everyone, and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. And in today's episode, we're going to kind of continue on our exploration journey. Last episode, we got back and we took a tour of the old bases back at my original spawn point. Since then, I have walked back to the fret fort over there, and I've collected some more wood because we were running kind of low. And now what I would like to do is actually kind of venture out into the new terrain again and try and explore and find a new place to settle. I'm still not entirely sure what it is I want to do yet. I'm beginning to formulate an idea of sorts in my head about what it is I want to do. As far as the larger game plan, I guess. Not specifically the base that I want to build necessarily, but as far as the idea overall that I have. I know that might seem kind of confusing, but it will make sense. So the first thing I kind of want to do is venture out into new terrain, and I'm actually going to go the opposite way to the way I went before, because we didn't really see anything over there. It was kind of much the same stuff that we've already seen, so maybe this way we will have something a little bit different. Now, I don't know how much land we have generated over here, so I don't know how long it's going to take before we reach new terrain. I've already explored that desert temple over there, so we don't have to inspect it and find anything. So, I'm going to go ahead and try and find the new terrain here. There it is, the chunk border to new generation. So now we're leaving behind the old 1.6 terrain and heading on into 1.8 terrain. And I know that this is 1.8 terrain and not 1.7 terrain because I see the different stone types in the wall. So here we go. I'm going to try and aim for this low point here where it should be a little bit easier to cross instead of trying to use these mountains. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Right on through. I see a temple over there. It's getting off to a good start, I'd say. So, what have we got around here? I don't really want to settle down yet, obviously, but I'm kind of taking a look around. A savanna is something different. We've not really seen too many of those on the way back, so this might be a good area to eventually settle down in. But the first thing I want to do is explore this temple here. No doubt it will have many goodies to collect. Don't know about that ravine there. My only concern is that I'm not going to be able to collect all this stuff. This is kind of weird that it's here. I'm not totally sure. I mean, this is not a desert biome, this is a forest. So maybe something glitched because we're on the border still of terrain. Whoops. Nothing special in there, nor in there. Whoa. That's a pretty good enchanted book, but I don't have room for it. That's another good one there, but I don't have room for it. Darn. I'm beginning to see all this awesome stuff, but I'm not really able to pick any of it up. I'm actually going to mark this because we've still got stuff to collect from there. I'm thinking, for now, building myself a little storage hut somewhere and putting my stuff away so that I can collect this stuff, because I'm carrying all this stuff around all over the place and it's just not really conducive to finding things. So we have this temple here. I kind of don't want to go too far from the temple so I don't lose track of where it is. I'm thinking that maybe around here where everything converges might be a good spot. There's the terrain border again there. So maybe up ahead a little bit here on the desert so it's easily recognizable. That would look like a good space to build, I think. Maybe right on top of this here. It's also going to be getting towards nighttime anyway, so might be a good time to whip up a quick hut. Set my spawn point here. So, here looks like a good spot. So I'm going to need a workbench, and I'm going to get to work establishing a little storage hut. Well, I've organized all my stuff and put together a quick little storage hut here. I've dropped off everything. I also emptied the ender chest. Let's see what we've got here. So this should be easily visible for when we come back. I actually am gonna make a small change here. I'm gonna get some wood and some coal, and I'm gonna change the torches here on this little hut to make it a little bit more visible at night time. There we go. I'm gonna take these down from out here. I'm just gonna throw some down like this. Oh, hello! Very nice. So, in the midst of all of that, I did forget to say that we've now upgraded to pre-release 4. So, there was another pre-release from Mojang for 1.8.1, and I think the impression is that we're just going to keep getting the pre-releases for a while. They're not intent on giving us 1.8.1 until it is fully stable, and I don't blame them for that. I think that's a good decision. So there was a few fixes and tweaks and whatnot. I believe there was some new options in the video settings added here. Shadows, clouds got changed a little bit as well. So there's been a few things, but nothing particularly notable. Good, VSync is off. That's terrible for your frame rate. So we've got this hut here, so let's go and collect the stuff out of this desert temple now, and then we can figure out what we want to do from there. And I've kind of, while I was sorting out my stuff and putting everything away, an idea came to me, and this idea excites me a lot, so it's what I think I'm going to do. We'll talk about that though after we've collected the stuff from the temple here, as that to be is the next thing on the agenda. So, obviously we've got a couple of good enchanted books to get out of here, and obviously the usual bones, rotten flesh. There was a diamond, I believe, in there, and some gold, so I'm going to collect all of that stuff as well. Here we go. So saddle, some bones, more bones, another saddle. That really good book, some rotten flesh, a diamond, and some more bones. And I'm actually going to take the chests. And I'll grab the TNT, why not? I think I lost the pressure plate because it would have despawned, but I'm not too sad about that. And now we will switch to dirt as the method of escape. And there we go. So that's pretty much everything from that temple that we could have got. We've got some really nice enchanted books that I'm going to stash away for now. So let's head back to the hut and then figure out what the game plan is going to be from there. Okay, so I've grabbed everything and sorted it out. I've also made another chest to kind of separate out stuff so that it's not quite as clogged. And now I want to talk a little bit about my idea. And this might seem a little bit extreme, but it's something that is actually, that excites me. So, while I was messing around building that hut, I was thinking about the journey we had took from the lab to then the 1.8 hut, and then all the way back to the original spawn point, and then onwards to here. And I was thinking about all this stuff that I keep having with me, and it's becoming a bit of a problem, honestly. I keep toting all this stuff everywhere, and honestly, nothing has any challenge anymore in this game. I have everything now. I have half a stack of diamond blocks from branch mining at various places. I have a stack of gold, a stack of iron. I have way more at my other bases as well, so there's not really a challenge anymore. And part of my objective for 1.8 was to have some adventure, some exploration, and very, very survival based, back to basics type of thing. So what I'm thinking of doing here is basically putting all the stuff away that I have, all my good armor, good tools, and just take some wood, a sword, a bed, and maybe that's about it, and heading off somewhere in that direction, because I know for a fact that the old generation is that way. So if I go this way, I'm going to have newly generated terrain, and then maybe after that we might be able to settle down and find a place and start over, pretty much. I don't really want to start a new world, because then I can't have access to all this stuff, the old stuff. So it would be nice to have the best of both worlds, but I kind of want to start again, to be honest. I want to have that feeling of excitement back, and the feeling of challenge again, and I want to kind of collect these resources again. And then maybe when we've done that, I can come back here and pick up this stuff, and use that too in future projects when I've messed around with whatever I want to do in 1.8. So that's what I think my objective's going to be for now, at least. I'm going to put all this stuff away, just bring some basic supplies, some food, a bed, a sword. I'm also going to reset my achievements as well, so we can collect those again, because that seems like it would be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my game plan. My experience levels I can't really do anything with, so we'll just have to keep those for the time being. Not that it's a big deal. So what are we going to want here? I'm going to want a bed, and I'll bring the wood I have with me here. I'll put the planks away. Some blocks, food. I don't really need torches. Let's put all of this stuff away here. In fact, actually my tools box is up here, so let's go ahead and put these away. There we go. My water bucket as well. Got some food, my bed, my wood. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll make a diamond sword. Because that, you know, without enchantments, it's just a case of how many hits you can kill a mob with above anything else. So, go ahead and make a diamond sword here. It's an enchanted one. That'll do for now. Got some blocks, some wood, food, a bed. I think that's pretty much everything I'm going to need. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and reset my achievements. And I'll be right back for that. I'm also going to sleep and pass the night, and then on the new day, we will head out that direction and find somewhere new to live. Alright guys, I'm back, and I have set my spawn point again here past the night, and I've also reset my achievements. So let's go ahead and get our first achievement again, taking inventory. The next one is to get some wood, and we'll probably do that a little bit later. So we have a completely new achievement tree to use and collect. I've got all my stuff here, so let's head out. I also took my armor off. I did forget about that, so I've gone ahead and done that. So with just these supplies, I'm going to head out this way and hopefully find a new place to live, or at least a place of residence for now. So here we go. Well, I've traveled for almost one full Minecraft day. The sun's setting now, we've just gone past midday. And I've got this horrible tick bug, this frame rate issue, and I'm not really sure where that's come from. But on a side note, we've got this village here, and I'm thinking this might be a nice place to start and make a new home. It's a large village, which you don't normally get. It's got some villagers here that we could use to trade with. We wouldn't have that elsewhere. We have a nice sort of flat area to build on here. We've got some mountains as well. I guess they're plateaus. We have a desert off in the distance there, which is important. We could explore that maybe for some structures. There's a cave here. That's always a good start. That tick bug is kind of annoying. Did he just harvest that? I've never seen that before. I guess they got an AI update. 15 string for an emerald, or an emerald for 10 arrows. That's interesting. You're usually good. What are you offering? Paper for emerald? Not so great. What about you? Not so great either. There's a blacksmith over here. What are you trading? Not bad, I guess. There's another blacksmith here. Oh, I guess weaponsmith. Huh. What was he called? An armorer. I guess they have different professions now. I did read somewhere about there being some changes to villagers in this update. I'll put that back for you. Some mushrooms there. Coal for an emerald. That might have been the same guy, honestly. It's about to become night time, so I'm going to whip up a bed really quick here and sleep. So what have we got in here? Oh wow. It's getting off to a pretty good start, I'd say. We have a full suit of iron armor and 6 diamonds to work with. That would help immensely in ramp-up time. Was a villager just killed, or was that a zombie that died? Hopefully that's solved for next time. Looks like it was a zombie. I think I'm gonna temporarily at least commandeer one of these guys' houses. I do need to find a library though, because that has a workbench in it. I don't have any wood right now to make one with. So there's a guy cooped up all in here. Hello. Oh, I have a bed already pre-crafted. Never mind. Uh-oh, not sure what's going on here with that. The bed there. I'll leave that there for now so that I can respawn here should I happen to die. But yeah. This looks like it would be a good place to make a new home. I've kind of always wanted to fix up one of these. That sounds like fun. We also have carrots and potatoes right off the bat, which also helps. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I think this is going to be our new home, folks. We're going to improve this village. Maybe put a wall up around it. Improve the housing somewhat. Clean up the roads, maybe. Improve the farming situation. That seems like fun. Oh. You don't belong in this town, creeper. You're in the wrong neighborhood. Oh, and that tick bug. Hoping that gets fixed for next time. And there's a skeleton here. I'm gonna leave him alone for now. Got a priest. What's the priest offering? Interesting. Rotten flesh for an emerald. We'll probably have a lot of that at some point. How are we doing on farm animals around here? There's a chicken there. That'd be useful in building... Oh, no, that's a rabbit. Got rabbits here. We could actually mess around and breed those properly now. Particularly seeing as we have carrots as well. So I think all in all, this is going to work out for us. On the other hand, the frame rate bug isn't though. But no doubt, I'll figure that one out. So, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, and I hope to see you in the next episode when we will probably get to work. So until then, see you later. and have a good day.